Tonight, ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskuping is back with more from his one-on-one interview with Phoenix's new police chief. Michael Sullivan inherits a department dealing with a number of major scandals. Two of the biggest, protesters falsely charged as gang members and top cops secretly recording each other, and outgoing Chief Jerry Williams using a secret messaging app to delete public records.
Dave exposed all of those stories and took those issues to the new chief.
Our interview with Interim Chief Michael Sullivan was 10 minutes. We spent half of that time talking about the DOJ's investigation into Phoenix, and the other half asking him about the major scandals he'll have to deal with.
One of them has to do, it's the most recent, with people in this department, the chief and the former chief, or the outgoing chief, and her top cops using Signal. We also know the mayors use it, and some other officials in the city that we haven't reported on yet, but we know they use it. Do you have the Signal app, and have you used it?
No, I don't. I think that we need to follow open records laws.
A month ago, we exposed outgoing Chief Jerry Williams and her top cops use Signal, a secret messaging app to discuss critical public business. We then caught the city in a lie. They claimed Williams stopped using the app and deleted it in 2020, but we got screenshots showing she and her top cops still using it a year later.
So now we know that obviously there were assistant chiefs using it. The chief, they had the deleting message feature on. The mayor, she was using it. What would you do if, or maybe what will you do if someone in this department or the mayor or council members or someone asks you to communicate on that? What would you do?
Well, I don't have that app on my phone, so it would be impossible for me to be able to do that. I think communication needs to be handled in the way that the law tells us that we need to handle it, that's the way that I will conduct business while I'm here.
We also asked Sullivan about the protest scandal. We exposed how Phoenix and county prosecutors colluded to invent a fake gang and then charge this group of protesters as members.
If you heard that there were protesters being charged as gang members, what would you do? Would you look into that immediately, or would you wait till it became a city embarrassment?
Now, what I can tell you is I'm not completely 100% read in on this investigation. I know there's ongoing litigation. What I can tell you is that I will look at each situation that comes up, and I'm going to follow the law. Really make sure that we do the right thing.
Police and prosecutors backed the case for months until we obtained secret grand jury testimony. Officials told jurors the protesters were like the Bloods, Crips, and Hells Angels. They classified them as a gang because they chanted the same things, wore mostly black, and carried umbrellas.
Is that something on its face, though, that you would have found alarming? Wait, we're charging protesters as gang members. What? Why did I see that on the news? What are we doing about this? Would that have caught your attention?
I can tell you it caught my attention when I read the reports of it. Like I said, I'm not read in to the details of the case yet. I'm on day 3, so what I can tell you is I will look at each situation, and we're going to follow the law.
Flat out was a bad idea.
Outgoing Chief Williams publicly claimed she didn't know about the case.
I've had very strict and stringent conversations with my new team and new staff about the expectations to absolutely, without fail, keep me informed.
We obtained secret recordings of top assistant chiefs saying Williams lied to save herself. Here are 2 clips of Williams' second in command, Mike Kurtenbach.
And I thought, how is that possible? Well, it's not. The boss herself knew about this for months. We didn't hide it.
Williams unexpectedly announced her retirement 2 weeks after we aired those recordings.
How do you determine who you can trust here? And are you going to bring in perhaps a number 2 from the outside to work with you?
What I can tell you is my experience and my track record has been building teams. I walked into my last department and was able to build successful teams there, build trust. You have to trust the people that you work with.
I'm investigator Dave Biskuping, ABC 15, Arizona.